Okay, we're on Pesachim, Perek Bet, Mishnah Vav, 6th Mishnah in the second chapter of Pesachim. Let's go back to our Psukim we had in Shemot, Perek Yud Bet. The Torah says the following: God commanded, HaKadosh Baruch Hu commanded Moshe Rabbeinu to eat a korban Pesach on the night of Pesach. And it says the following: Ve'achlu et basar b'layla hazeh. You should eat this meat on this night. Tzli esh umatzot. Okay, it should be roasted on fire with matzot. Al mirorim yochluhu. On mirorim. On maror. So, okay, you have to eat it with the bitter herbs, as we all know. What are the bitter herbs? Says our Mishnah. These are the vegetables that a person fulfills his obligation with them on Pesach. Bechazeret. We'll read them and then we'll look at the translation and then I'll show you a crazy website I found. Chazeret, which is some kind of lettuce. Ulshin, ubetamcha, ubecharchavina, ubemaror. Great, you can use maror for maror. Okay, what are ulshin, tamcha, charchavina, and maror? So first I'll use the Sefaria website as I used the last Mishnah with lettuce, wild endive, garden endive, field eringo, and with bitter coriander. So if you've got any of those things lying around, you let me know. Now, I found on this website, agri.gov, which is the Israeli Ministry of Education, somebody wrote, the Sipur HaHistori VaMadai, the historical and scientific story, Ari Shefer, I don't know who that is, but whatever, of Maror. And he brings the Mishnah, this Mishnah, Eli Yerakot, and he says what they are. And then he goes through an entire scientific description for each one of what's chasa. Chazeret is lettuce, so what kind of lettuces are there? How many of them are useful? It's great. Wild and cultivated lettuce. This one actually looks like a weed in my garden that I have to pull out that I keep forgetting to. And he brings down what are ulshin, endives. How many kinds of endives and radishes, etc., etc. So tamcha, he says that we don't know what it is. And then we use tamcha, we use maybe churain. Nobody knows what it is. You can go through. You'll see there's 31 pages on this PDF at this site here, agri.gov/download, blah, blah, blah. You can look it up here if you want. But just understand, and anybody who actually studies these things knows that historically it gets very complicated what each one is. That this is beyond the scope of our Mishnah study. But I gave you the site. You're free to download it and read the whole thing. Mishnah continues. Yotzim behem bein lachin bein yiveshim. Whether they're dry, meaning fresh, or dried. Avalo kvushim. Kavush means pickled. Velo shlukim, nor boiled. But shaluk means when they would take vegetables and boil them for a long time and make them very soupy. Velo muvushalim, nor cooked. So they have to be raw or dry. Umitztarfin the kazayit, meaning you have to eat a kazayit of maror and pesach, so I can have some of this and some of that. V'yotzim bekelach shalem, and you also yotzei with their stalk, i.e. the dried out part. The kelach is even the dried out part is the reed, the stalk of the vegetables. Demai, just like with the last Mishnah, just like we learned in the last Mishnah, if they're demai, i.e. you bought them from an am haaretz and you didn't take off the additional chumrah of the chachamim because you're afraid that maybe you didn't take off chumat maaser, you can still eat it. If it's demai, you could be yotzei. Uba maaser rishon shenitla chumato. Again, if it's maaser rishon from the Levi, when chumat maaser was taken off. Umaaser sheni ve'egdesh shenifdu. And like we learned in the last Mishnah of matzah, if they're produce of maaser sheni or their hegdesh that you gave to the kohen shenifdu, you redeem them properly. Then you can use them. Then you can use them to be yotzei, the mitzvah of maror on Pesach. We'll stop here. You can email me if you have comments or questions at my email address, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.